nothing but the echoes of an empty room. Hello, welcome to Andertons TV. My name is Jack Duxbury and I'm very much alone in this room today, but I've been told a lot of people have been buying pianos in this time, and I thought, what of those, the people buying pianos, how many people know nothing about music? And there might be a lot of you out there. And when the piano arrives and you've got it out of the box, what on earth do you do with it first? And I'm going to try give you something to do that will be self-gratifying and make you feel good about it and look to the future and carry on learning this bad boy. Let's do it. Right, let's cut to the chase. First things first, if you bought a piano and it's got one of these, it's really important for what I'm about to show you. It's called a sustain pedal. It allows you to sustain notes. It's in the title. Anyway, we're going to put our foot down on the sustain pedal before we do anything. It's just come out of the box. And you're going to play any one of these white notes. Take your foot off the pedal and you heard the note stop, all right? Now what I want you to do is put the foot down, but just play and softly. I recommend softly as well. Softly and just in different spaces on the piano, hit any one of these white notes. Just stay away from the black notes for now, okay? Sounds a bit like music, right? That is because it is. It is music, but we don't need to learn anything more than that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to either use two hands or two fingers, and you'll hear the difference, because if I use two fingers at first, the notes will be narrowed together, tighter sound. And we're going to, again, foot down on the pedal, listen to this. Right? A little bit more complexity. And I'm going to get a little concept into you here. Again, don't want to talk about any theory nonsense or anything like that. Most of us, hopefully, have got the ability to draw badly. You know, but a bit like, I can remember watching, what I'm about to explain to you really helped me with golf, which was, I can remember watching this thing called AJ, Truth About Golf. And he said, when people pick up a golf club, they're like, hey man, how's my swing look? Am I coming in? My hips are in line? And in that video, he said, well, you don't do that when you play rounders or baseball. You just get handed the bat and you swing it. And this is what I want you to do with piano. I want you to think it, and why I mentioned the drawing is that when you've got a pen as well, you start off with a light line and then you immediately go, oh, I'll put another line in. It's denser. Maybe you've got some colours and you add complexity, and a picture is loads of fine lines, thick lines normally, different densities. And we can do all of this without having to know anything about music. We just put our foot down and our thin line is that soft note, all right? They're all random. Trust yourself. Just give in. You don't have to think about anything. You've bought a piano, you want to feel good about it. Just do it. And then we want a slightly thicker line. We can use two fingers. I'm closing my eyes to show you and prove to you that it's all random, okay? You heard then different like rhythms. You don't have to think of them as rhythms, just again like a form of self-expression. You've got however many fingers you got on your hand, and maybe just start, put it down in one place, all white notes again, foot down on the pedal, and just play different patterns. Now I've gone up to 3 notes, thicker line, more expression. One hand again. I can even put all 5 notes down. Have fun with it. It sounds cool, right? Hopefully you're feeling good about it. How do we do both hands? That's a scary bit with piano, right? Same thing. It's just one thing I will say is that you'll hear when you get down here, especially with the sustain pedal, it gets really murky very quickly. So I do the same thing. Bit of a dirge. So normally we're underlining our things, almost like we're framing what happens with the right hand to keep the art analogy going. You've got all your fine work going on up here because you can see the definition, but with the left hand we're drawing big lines, maybe like the horizon, framing it, and that often means that we're simpler in the left hand, which is a great thing. So what I'm going to do is play groups of, let's take 3 fingers, and just random notes. I'm going to spread them out, make them thin, as wide as I can go, as narrow as I can go, and just put them with one note in the left hand, random, okay? Now, hope you're feeling good. I implore you to stick with that for a bit. You've just bought the piano. Make yourself sit there. If it means having all your snacks out there, like order something off Deliveroo, enjoy it. You bought the piano. If you're an older person and you like a libation, have a drink, enjoy it, sit there and pretend like you've seen piano players before. They look smug and they're all, oh, get into the mood of it. And just let your fingers, like I said, it's simple in the left. One way to, if you want to be a bit posher, whatever note you're playing in the left, just experiment with one other note. And you can do that using little ball horns here. Eyes closed to prove it. And I'm really trying to think random, just like someone that knows nothing about music. And it's actually probably more fun than learning serious music, learning to read music like that. You don't need to do it. And I swear that you'll fall into sounds and you might even go, oh, hang on, I've heard that in a song. I've heard that, I'm getting there. And I'd much rather you feel that when you open up a keyboard than immediately chastise yourself by going, you've bought a book with it from Amazon, or you've gone onto YouTube and someone's gone, right, okay, hand position, and you're like, oh my God, this is so boring, man. Because other instruments, like drums, that's what they do. You give a kid a drum kit, what do? They have fun on it. You give someone a guitar and they go, or like maybe a bit of Wonderwall, and it feels fun and you're getting songs across already. I don't really want to go into much more than that, but just over the next few weeks, I'm probably going to expand on that method, show you some next stages to just get those broad strokes, literally. Again, the brush analogy. One thing I did there as well, music to me is like what note, when, and how loud you play it. That's how I think about things. So what note is at the moment random because you don't know, but all these white notes will work together and you don't need to know yet. I'll explain in another video. But when we're playing them, what note, when, is the timing of things. So experiment with just when, like do loads of fast ones together, slow ones, bigger jumps across the keyboard. Again, get your imaginary little musical paintbrush and be a hippie for a bit and enjoy it. And that third thing is how loud you play it. I'm going to play some stuff just with white notes when we go out, a little bit more improvised on my part, probably a little bit, and we'll show you where we can go just using the white notes. But hopefully I haven't waffled on too much, and this is just giving you quicker. Remember, get that sustain pedal in. If you don't have the sustain pedal, you can do the same things. You can still explore the piano, whatever one you've bought, and just play with those white notes at first. Go back. Hopefully I made sense again. Anyway, love you guys. Thanks for watching. If you like what we're doing, consider subscribing, because there's going to be loads of more of these videos coming out whilst they're leaving me here in my own. And thank goodness for the guys at Andertons for editing my waffle together. Sustain pedal. Get on it.